What's up, y'all? This is Andy Story with Wild Lumens, and today I'm going to show you the quick and easy way to make bone marrow. Bone marrow is the perfect addition for the carnivore diet, especially if you're trying to rock the nose to tail style and approach to eating. This particular recipe is super simple and won't take you very long at all. So let's dive on in. Before we get to cooking these amazing bones, let's talk just a little bit about why you may want to add some bone marrow to your diet. So the crazy thing about bone marrow, for every 100 grams of bone marrow, you have 786 calories. So it's a ton of calories. For those of you out there that are trying to put on weight like me, then this is a great addition. If you're struggling with weight and maybe trying to lose a little bit, then maybe reduce the amount of bone marrow in your diet. It's up to you though. Out of that 100 grams, you have about 84 grams of fat and then 7 grams of protein and of course 0 carbohydrates. Now a lot of people and doctors and health advocates and nutritionists will say that bone marrow will help out in a few different areas of the human body. Things like joints, decreased inflammation, and even helps with the promotion of skin health. I've also heard of people that will take the bone marrow and then rub it on their face, kind of like a lotion, and apparently it has some great effects. So there we go. We have a little bit of background on the potential health benefits of bone marrow. Now let's go over what we're gonna do today. There's numerous ways to make bone marrow. People have even been known to eat it raw. I've tried that. I do prefer to have the cooked and hot version. Another way to do this is to roast it, and that's what we're doing today. We're gonna be roasting the bone marrow. One of my chef friends, and I've also heard this from another person, what they like to do is fill a bowl with water and then add some salt and then put the bones in and let that sit overnight. Apparently that's gonna help with the taste. I've never done that, so I'm not sure, but that's what they do. And if you are gonna do that and you're gonna be using salt, I highly recommend that you go with Redmond real salt. Now, this is a 10-pound bucket. My family and myself go through a ton of salt just because I'm very pro salt. But go to redmond.com or redmondrealsalt.com, check them out, because I'm able to give you guys a coupon where you'll get 15% off your purchase. And I do know that depending on how much you spend, they do have a free shipping option. I think you have to spend $50 or $35, or it changes. So go to the website, check it out, pick up some salt, get this in bulk, and then just go ahead and fill your salt shakers and you will end up saving money. And that's what we like to do. Now back to our recipe today. In the background, I have the oven. It's preheating. I have it preheating to 375. All we're gonna do is get these bones, place them on this cookie sheet, and then cook it for about 10 to 15 minutes. Oh, and I also should say I'm gonna put salt on both sides of these bones just to add a little bit more flavor. I should also mention, you guys, that these bones are from grass-fed cows. I got these, or I actually picked these up from a local rancher, and you can get these either from your rancher, or you can even get them at Whole Foods, and certain grocery stores should have them. They're very affordable. Sometimes you can get them for free depending on if you have a good relationship with the butcher, but when you can, get these. One other thing I should mention is that these are gonna serve two purposes. We're gonna make the bone marrow today, and then with the bones, we're gonna make bone broth, but that would be a completely different video. Today, we're just focusing on bone marrow. But that's the cool thing, is you can really put these to use. All we're gonna do, these guys are thawed out, they were frozen. I'm just gonna be putting these on the cookie sheet. And now there's also another quick and easy way to make these. You can get your skillet and just sear them. Sear each side with the bone marrow for a couple minutes. I don't know, 3, 4, 5 minutes, depending on how hot your skillet is. And that's another way to make this. But always like to add the salt to the sides. Not all of these pieces of bones are gonna be good for the bone marrow, but I'm gonna go ahead and roast all of these anyway, because I like to pre-roast my bones before I use them for the bone broth. Like this piece here, you're not gonna get a whole lot of marrow, or this one here, but this is perfect for bone broth. That's why I'm gonna do all of these at once. Now these guys are good to go. My oven is preheated. I'm gonna go ahead and place them in the oven, let them sit for 10 to 15 minutes, bring them out, and then like this piece here, it's gonna be perfect. I'm gonna scoop some out and taste it and let you guys know how it tastes. Our bone marrow is done roasting and we're about to dive on in and try it out. But before we do, I'm gonna make a small request. If you're digging this video and you're digging the content that my Wild Lubens channel is able to provide, then please hit that subscribe button now, hit the like button, drop a comment, and let me know what you think. I really appreciate it. Let's dive on in. Here's that piece I was talking about. I was eyeing this from before because I knew this was gonna be able to yield us a good amount of marrow. What I did is I have the salt on top just to help with the taste. And right now I got my little mini spoon. I'm just gonna do a little taste test. That stuff is good. It's like butter on steroids. What I'm gonna do is get a plate, put it on the plate, and then show you guys what this looks like once it's done. And then after that, I'm gonna put the bones in the crock pot and get the crock pot going for the bone broth. But that'll be in the next video. So that's one of the bones hollowed out, and then this is our marrow. I was thinking about putting this marrow on some carnivore diet waffles and pancakes just to see what it tastes like. I haven't done that yet, but I think that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna give it a little try. I'm gonna do one more little taste. It's so good, perfect with the salt. So go ahead and pick up that Redmond salt. I like the Redmond salt, like I was saying. It's my favorite salt brand out there just because the salt is sourced out of Utah and not from the ocean. A lot of times salt coming from the ocean can contain microplastics and other pollution and toxins. You really don't want that. We're trying to get healthy here, and this is one way to do it with the Redmond salt. Here we go, we have our other bones. I'm gonna go ahead and plop these in the crock pot and get those ready. So that one's ready to go. Try it out, let me know what you guys think. I really appreciate y'all watching this video and giving the support. I'll see you on the next video. Thanks.